Okay, welcome. We are SBS Football on YouTube. You better discuss the FIFA World Cup. When him say a lot, most of the giants, coffee storylines, are very interesting. Now, almost way through the quarterfinals. Honor ever concluded with and qualifying games at ever Barcelona. You decided the last 8. They share or more beat me any qualification to the semi-finals, and as usual, and then proper discussion our games, the overview of the World Cup and the controversy kakra aba. Into me, my brother, Akomia Jemfi, the sports messiah. Ewa inti onwa and I mean di Juban. But Akwaba, a lot has happened. But they're standing out here Donald Trump involvement in the record that Balogunya was more recently. FIFA recently. Donald Trump has about BMZ on the castle about who's a bono. General overview of the World Cup. Any games are standing out for you? Any the little controversial issues here, Abe?
I think so. First of all, let's start here with Donald Trump issues. America as a nation will always want to show the world. They say they have things in their way. They are and they have the authority to call shots. And I think we Infantino, you'll be very disappointed with how things stand out. A bit my to say Mumi Makusha will be Madinko was a child the way the Mabu Nadia and Kakwanu Tunkakra. Memo Bianti. Na the Panaka Richard Ababo take Kachias as a on the Mao ye.
I know, but Richard
town for the floor. They love the media, they love to portray themselves as superior. It's in a reaction in our BBC America for so what they are strong on them because they want to do things differently. And I think Infantino might have seen it to be very disappointing. And FIFA and Casano and Infantino owes a debt to the United States of America. Someone might ask how. I think they brought him to power because at the end of the day, come fast we is a blatter free or the Michel Platini fast. It looks like Infantino was the man behind a lot of things that came out in the because not only UEFA General Secretary. It's in your be or no you're aware of it. Say bit maybe about and I think say the US and the Swiss authorities came together to make sure some to some comfort and yet you also buy. Before tournament, they are called the Trump Peace Award, and sometimes it's FIFA did not intervene in Iran situation. FIFA did not intervene. Our referee, Somali referee, in the situation, but they had to intervene in the red card. I think that is the lowest they've gone to, and it's just sad. So what's not say about the United States? I only see, I only pass. Let's me a good animal.
World Cup, and 2 games in the bus, 2 crucial games. Would you say the best team after the 2 games, and the qualifying Belgium mentioned the US?
Yes, of course. 2 teams in Canada. I think for the Iberian derby, Spain and Portugal, it has always been as that close. There be the little things, the
little details,
and the separate 2 teams. I think this is the last dance for Cristiano Ronaldo. Someone might say, maybe an last dance because no bit my BBR, which to me I know. 2030, and Obedience on one casa and some amount for back fan money. But I think it has come to a time where he needs to call it a shot and look at the young generation, let inspirational Omanya fan of Washa no now be Modi Bobono. They should leave the legacy for him. Not every beautiful story has a happy ending. That is life. So Ronaldo shouldn't be thinking about so we need the World Cup now, can I keep money there? And even the fairy tale stories we read, and yet every single one was a happy ending. Some of them, it will really to be a basakakra. So you don't think life doesn't work in that way. It's not automated.
Now, Osha, how great he's been at our club level, the YABR. Do you think, sir, something should have changed some way for Portugal, say, because Portugal, in as much as they can other countries, also in their own right, create some good players or memorable moments. Now, was a Portugal ABB to win the World Cup in your own assessment? I feel so. Oman the right. That is why a great legend like Ronaldo, about of possibly come back there. Now, when your World Cup trophy.
I think they haven't appointed the right coaches for the team many a times. But one coach I think we underrated a lot here, Fernando Santos. I think under him we saw a Portuguese team with low quality crowd, no how or balance squad, no show more pack in this one. Who said that the quality in the city there, the Ronaldo to me fan into my party fra. So I think where Ronaldo carried Portugal through Fernando Santos more time no the back Cassandra, they should have rewarded him with a better manager going into the World Cup. I think the biggest issue that prevented Portugal from winning the World Cup is coaching and losing a bench. So that is the reason why you should question the coaching or bench. Because Vitinha not much the Champions League or they go. Jan Neves not much the Champions League or they go. Ruby Diaz, a leader of Manchester City. Jan Cancelo was one of the best players for Barcelona.
Bernardo Silva, a leader.
The performance was done. So you need a coach that could bring all of them together, create a balanced team and get results. And I think that was the big wrong choice of Portuguese FNA in terms of appointing Martinez. Normally Belgium crashing is out to Papa, so you don't do this. And I think no can be. And I'm a Portugal team.
Ronaldo said he has won 3 trophies with the nation. Now, obviously, equity the Euro trophy, to the World Cup. From the outside, it sounds a bit controversial. As an analyst, how do you see this statement? And is it a statement of fact? And as somebody trying to console himself or missing out on the World Cup proper?
I think Sejina said you'll be a home. Because 266 that home, depending on how you shoot, make Maka say a 9.
Any position,
Any position, so someone might think say I don't know Cristiano Ronaldo can. Any level also, and the reason why Obieka said any level also Portugal is because of the same Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sure if
he's a victim of the greatness.
He's a victim of the greatness. Any baby Ujina. Portugal team before Ronaldo, no money. A dear pound and no magic. So Ronaldo can say magic the Euros, it equates the World Cup. Mean a chin.
Yeah.
Because no money be. I'm on GP. The joy it has brought to him. At least watching international trophies the Portugal. Your co history books near this year because someone when I did the last international trophies the Portugal.
Yeah, Ronaldo and then Pepe Nigeria.
That is it. What is the emotion? What got to Obis Argentina and Brazil? Why you are getting it all wrong?
Yeah. Story near different.
The story near different.
So you agree with him?
I think because before Messi, Argentina were 2 times world champions. There was Maradona and Co who set the standard so high. For Portugal, he said you money now better for moving near the but I want me new trophies be a Guam and Cassane and the Major Ronaldo. It's Obama Beji in the midst of these players, great and backward, no be no Bejia. He would definitely equate it to that feeling. Oben is obey equating it to that. I say Wako Muno be a bit to say Ivy Kusako Jas from Bako. And I'm Morocco after her, Morocco said,
yeah.
Hakim Mitimaka say, we any World Cup semi final and cry because some more time never now on so that is the different feelings as to Obian and the standard, need the way they are measured up to. There is one of when you have Messi World Cup players, Maradona Beji. Maradona is the greatest, you know to Maradona.
That is the sort of pressure Messi. That's not the same.
No, 2 different things. Expectations are different. Pressures are. Obia said in the crony history that year, and they said Obia be defining
the greatness and the success.
Sanity.
All right.
It's a statement that might look awkward, but in reality, when I the shoes more, you say different things.
Do you think Ronaldo will consider another World Cup because of kind before the game? They said it. Any guys out try.
You see, also, while can say he has been a victim of his greatness, there's no way he's going to stop. So if you decide to come to the next World Cup, nobody will see as a 44-year-old or 45-year-old.
You'll be judged as the Ronaldo
in his prime.
Yeah.
So to prevent unnecessary pressure, never bench you can even be part of the staff. Pablo Aima World Cup now as a player.
Robert bench Scaloni.
So sometimes these things it helps.
Belgium surprised because they started poorly in the group, even though say on top here on group against US controversy in Austria. But by far, I think we are our best performance, beating the US. Osha scholar and I better say US and a team regarded so much at the World Cup. But I was a microphone because I didn't even think say Belgium beat me around the route against
people
the US.
People need to be very careful about the Belgian national team. I think they've clocked the secret and clocked the understanding. The understanding here, they Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Jeremy Doku, they've understood the say no money big boys on one team. And more young talents are the energetic, brilliant, Club Brugge boys now money in these are guys who can play so well. And then I think one of their best players I've seen at this tournament is Ngoy.
Yes.
What a performance.
Very good.
What a performance. And this is a national team almost struggle for centre backs after Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
Been struggling, but this kid comes in and he's having a superb World Cup. And one here complemented with experienced Timothy Castagne. Most of these guys are the Unity Elements is leading by example. And I think Zenwa Charles de Catelari, what a performance.
Super.
Or drop it deep, no, I bet you born in the call. And Ama or Mobono, they are relaxed in possession, the technical ability has come out so well. And then, I'll be sure, and I think Spain and Co should be very careful. Because on the bench, Lukaku must be different than ever. Because I heard the Jeremy Dokumbe, Kevin Dibana crowd moving on.
More weapon bench.
I think Rudy Garcia, Akloke.
The secret code.
The secret code.
Okay.
It is so this Spain I also be careful. We on the bench, you know. Some of the boys in the bar, the 1v1 battles, and those things, and these guys are solid. On Babateto, they'll come and worry you, pa. And Kevin the Bar also party, no matter how but in Clanket, getting no woman, dear. On the ball, my ball crab phone. And I loved how they played. Leandro Trossard is having one of the best tournaments. I think I'm out for an income.
He has always been underrated.
Quite brilliant in this tournament. So I think Obiane very careful about the budget. I think people underrated them. And I don't cross wow. A year an expectation
with the favorite time.
They are just enjoying themselves. They know say even if they should get out of the quarterfinal, might exceed the expectation.
Yeah, very true.
It is there is no pressure on them as compared to who's Spain. So who film quarterfinal will be able to say
Euro champion.
It's a baby. It's a matter of nipa pressure in the so no expectation goes. If you need Kevin ne Argentina, Kevin you be a bonabaso. Any other team that go what na say Argentina. Abetiti we are extra time. Will be a bonabaso. Argentina are facing the pressure. I'm for the Matem Argentina. The one son I want the Kevin question. That is the weight of big nations. And that is what the tournament experience will count.
Yeah. Okay, so I know my brother Michael Akomia Jemfi, the sports minister, Senera Kano, we a new channel together. Umwana betimi abwa amaya grow channel no. We SBS football on YouTube. Inti overshare na wa share na wa subscribe amaya senebe ya. Winsu benye bi share senebe ya big group. Damase subsequent episodes no. We be discuss transfers and the new season after the World Cup and then World Cup moment we here content mainly World Cup and also and that's it.